Hello, boys and girls. My name is Koyoshi, and welcome to what is likely the finale for my Mario Tennis Fever match. I'm Koyoshi ITF7. This is my blind playthrough of Mario Tennis Fever. More than likely will be the finale. And for those of you who didn't see this or just coming in, no, we are not doing all the trials, and no, I did not mention this was 100%. We just happened to try and go through the game in a way that does basically everything we would do normally. So, yeah, that keeps the playthrough fun, but also long enough that it's not just the adventure mode or just all trials getting all the stuff done. And, of course, this is all done in a blind playthrough, so I'm not able to look up anything, so I just have to do this with my skill. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So let's get into it. We left off in all trials mode, which we're trying to finish. We're doing Piranha Plant Lob Challenge. In each of these, we have to score 10 points and not miss the ball, but in this one, we also have to not use it. Do a charge shot. Also, Piranha Plant Lob Challenge. Play a Piranha Plant Challenge as Koopa Paratroopa and use those fast-charging lobs to your advantage. So we're supposed to use lobs more, but we can just do the other trick. So, Piranha Plant Challenge has a big trick to it. Instead of doing what the king wants you to do exactly, you can just hold either left or right as you hit the ball. If you do that, it'll always go either left or right. And as long as it's timed properly, they will never hit it back. The only time you have to do anything is when, oh, ow. I should have been a fail, but because we did it as a supercharged shot, Baby Peach didn't return it anyway. Oh, I just realized we do need to use a supercharged shot at least once. That was a supercharged shot, right? Okay, cool. We don't have to do this one again. Alright, now we have Piranha Plant Drop Shot Challenge. Just Koopa Troopa and use those fast-charging drop shots to your advantage. Wait, I just realized the problem now. If drop shots have to charge up, maybe that's why it's not working. Anyways, we have to use a supercharged shot again, but we also need to not miss the ball at all either. I think to make that one work better, we should... Oh, hello. Already giving us a crit. Pattern, aren't we, Koopa Paratroopa? Right at the start. Yeah, he already went to the middle of the court. As long as your opponent doesn't go to the middle of the court, you can just go either left or right, and if you're starting with this, you'll be able to make them miss every shot. Okay, well, we just straight up missed, but again, we're not going to waste time either. Oh, this is a trick we could do here, too, now that the ice shot landed on our side of the court. We can just run into it on purpose. That way it won't be there when we have to return the ball that way. So we'll go ahead and do that again. Also have infinite HP, which helps out. I got when you use it, they always dive towards it, by the way. Okay, he must be really bad or something, because that's the second time he didn't return it, despite doing stuff. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting such a fair, so it's not that he returned it, it was more like I missed completely. Now it's Drybones versus Piranha Plant Challenge. Play a Piranha Plant Challenge as Drybones. Aim your curving drop shots towards areas far away from, Wait, our drop shots curve. Ooh. Wait. Score 10 points. And we need to use a supercharged shot and not miss the ball. I don't want to even figure out how the drop shots curve, by the way. Because again, we don't need to use it. We shouldn't use it. It's kind of weird. They tell you all these cool things the characters could do, and yeah, it's like, oh, just left or right, silly, and you'll win almost every time. Okay, lobbed correctly there. Okay, well, I'm gonna do something fun. If it tells me that there's like a special effect a character can be used, I'm just gonna test that right away and see what it actually does. Maybe I can tell if it will work or not. Waluigi's Piranha Plant Challenge. Play your Piranha Plant Challenge against Waluigi, but watch out, his on limbs mean he got some extra reach. Okay, well that's just normal. Also, it's Waluigi now. Waluigi is the hardest one, because he has the biggest range. It's kind of funny that they picked Zappa or Waluigi as the one that is harder. He's kind of awkward right now. Oh, and he somehow missed anyway. Whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna retry that anyway. We're so close to the end anyway. See, it's so early, we're just gonna... He's a fool. I should have just gone closer when that came. Been fine. And yes, that's different now. Alright, we're gonna keep going. Because I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about just don't miss the ball. There we go. Okay, somehow still missed it. Okay, the wind is messing us up. Because it knocked him into the ball. Okay, well, that one... Okay, we might have to actually let that hit our side, because that one was way harder. Every time we fail, we feel stupid about it. I don't know why. But also, I shouldn't feel like that, because this is the hardest mode by far. This is the only mode where we've had troubles with. Which also makes it the most interesting to play. Because it's not boring by any means. Each challenge makes you do stuff that you would normally not do. Compare that to Ultra Smash, which I think I've talked a lot about, but anybody who's watched the game will know. Artennis Ultra Smash, probably worst game in not just the Mario Sports franchise, but in both, but just sports game in general. I think it's just really awkward. Like, it's literally just you do knockout challenge or return challenge, and the return challenge itself is boring. And although it has achievements, you can just cheat all of the achievements and make it super easy. It's so stupid. It's not even bad at all. Don't miss means just don't lose one of them, I see. Anyways, before I talk more, let's talk about Swerving Piranha Plant Challenge. Play Piranha Plant Challenge, but wheelie serve at. Your effect is always active, so even chain chop shots will curve. Ooh, this makes... Okay, this might make it awkward. So, we have to do the opposite of what we think. Because, every shot will curve automatically. So if we don't time it right, we might curve it towards him instead. I think if we go closer, we can make it more right to hit. Alright, because the shots curve, it can be really tough to hit them when they go towards the middle. So we kind of just have to hope for the best. Okay. And I see it realistically, because, well, they're probably gonna always go to a certain spot at least once. You might have noticed. One of them went to the middle multiple times. This one, that guy only did that once. So there's definitely some RNG here. So if you get lucky, it could just suddenly be much easier or much harder. Then we have Frying Pan Challenge. Okay, Frying Pan Challenge. This one disables all of our normal shot types. The only ones we can do are flat shots. So no matter what we do, we'll always do flat. It makes sense to just do flat only. So I think when he goes middle, we need to be very far back and prepared to go either left or right, and this will be kind of dependent on where it actually goes. Then we can make him miss. Oh, wind might make it awkward though. What if we just let that bounce once, so that way Kamek won't get moved to a weird spot? So more often than not, that Taifu racket actually makes things harder, because he might move into the ball, where we would normally have missed. Wow. Okay, well, we're getting some good luck, so it seems like it's not going to be necessary. Simple. That was actually the easiest one to understand, I'll say. And that actually kind of tells us a new thing we can do, too. Instead of doing the other strat, we could just go very far back. Instead of just trying to rely on lob shot, we could try just... I just throw it right at them, but go farther back, so it might go further to left or right, so they might miss. That might be a way to do it. Alright, Fiery Piranha Plant Challenge. Fiery Piranha Plant Challenge, where you're constantly on fire. Do your best to hit returns. Ooh, hardest one by far. But there's also a Supercharged Shot one. Oh boy. So we need to... I think that's Dinah telling us that we need to freeze ourselves in place with the charge shot. And depending on our last directional input, we'll stay in PMs. Okay, anytime we're running because of the Piranha Plant Challenge, that's probably the hardest part. Makes it extra spicy, I'll say. That failed badly. Because I missed hitting the first timing, and from there it all went south. Because the ball was too slow, it returned very easily. Did I at least get a supercharge shot? Nope. Like I said, I don't know why they would put that one in there. It feels impossible to do a supercharged shot in the first place with those effects active. But now we have Wobbly Piranha Plant. Put your piranha chance on an icy court. You'll slip inside while moving, so watch out. Don't let your opponent return the ball. Once again. Just like before, we'll try and do a supercharged shot each time. I just realized, if you hear the ding, that's more than likely a sign that your supercharged shot worked. But it's already frozen. How would that... Oh, I guess what all it changes is you're sliding extra. Okay, alright. I'm a little worried. Whatever trick we were doing, it doesn't work as well if Yoshi, it seems. So only certain characters could do that, and I just realized that it only worked when I had flats. So I might try that again, but with a flat, actually. Keep in mind though, like I said, as you might have noticed, these challenges are very random. You could just it right and be fine. If we stay in place, we won't actually move much. So that's what I had to aim for. That was so close, but the shot saved us there. Okay, it seems like we really like going to the middle a lot more with this one. About to say, if we fail at the end, that'd be sucky. I mostly restarted there as I didn't want to fail at the end and waste even more time. I'm just trying to be efficient, that's all it is. Good, I'm never doing that challenge again, I'll say. That's the hardest one that I've done so far. But it's not even hard, it's just I really cannot, it's the same problem as before. Trying to perform lob shots seems almost impossible half of the time. That you supposedly do the inputs, but then they don't work. That's why I don't like this mode sometimes, because apparently you can try to pass them, but only occasionally. Play a Piranha Plant challenge with low HP. Find ways to make up for your lack of speed. We need to use a supercharge shot. And don't let them return it. Okay. We'll do at least 2 of these. I just realized what makes that other charge shot part so hard is I'm not sure if I could do the flat trick on it at all, because... Whoa! But, of course, Toad is also low in HP by default, too. Hey, this time the lob shot came out like it should have. He didn't even dive towards the ball. Okay, well that felt easier. Didn't miss that time. Not even once. So we don't have to do that one again. And now we have co-op range shot. This is the first time we have to do this. Hey, co-op range shot with Bowser Jr., who has quite the growth spirit. Good luck out there, Comet. We need to score 12,000 points as a team, and it's just points this time, which makes it so much simpler to figure out. I like how they're having a friendly competition here. By the way, just because it looks like it might be done right away, doesn't necessarily mean it's done right away, because, like, we're only just getting started. All the bonus time hasn't been introduced yet. Most of these we probably will need to hit the bonus time, too. Some of this is random, I think, too, because, like, to get those points, you need to hit a lot of rains, but also have them return your fever shots while still being fast enough to stuff. But it can be very hard to do that consistently. That should be at least, what, 2 stars. I know we need at least 800. Oh, but we got all 3. Just barely, though. Whew, that was surprisingly tight. Oh, I guess maybe not, because we had a little leeway. Just weren't prepared to see all those balls go like that. Curving co-op range shot. Play a co-op match where you and your partner shots are always curved. Can you ape your aim to score points? Don't fall down, which means don't get hit by anything if a fever shot comes the way. Again, we don't want them to miss. I just realized if it's curving too much, we could try cancel that curve by using a flat. So it seems like the best way to keep your aim on this is flat over and over and over again. If we only need 500 points each, it's not hard to that then. So yeah, I guess we can't get hit by a ball once. Surprisingly, the only other goal here is 800 points, so we could just play for 500. Yeah, that was harder. I don't think we got even 1 star. Oh, okay, we did not fall down. I didn't see him fall down, at least. We can co-op range shot with a visual blue. Turn on your side of court become invisible, so aim carefully. Alright. See, this is what we want to have happen. A fever shot needs to come. We need to use that fever shot, and they need to return it over again, and we can get a multiplier going by hitting this over and over again. Once you get the multiplier going, that's when you start to get a lot of points. You can also just use a normal fever shot. My goodness. My partner's kind of letting me down here, you know? Some of this is also random, like your partner choosing to not return anything. Well, that was much easier somehow, but it's mostly because we got a really good rally going there at the beginning. Alright, well that was simple enough. Now, boiling co-op range shot. We have 5 more to go. 5 more of these. Boiling co-op range shot. Play a co-op match where you're still constantly on fire. Can you still get the ball for the reins? Okay, actually triggering that bonus time could be tricky. Some of this is also RNG, of course. Like I said. Where it goes is random. Where your partner shoots to it too, can be random too. Alright, Chili co-op range shot. Yeah, that fire one was definitely harder. It's probably the hardest one so far of the co-op range shot challenges. A co-op range shot challenge on the icy court. Aim for the rings while staying on the ground. I assume if you actually went for the normal co-op challenges, they'd be cool to do with multiple friends. Maybe even easier than doing it normally, but they could also get pretty chaotic sometimes too. They're cool to play with my partner, I guess, if you're by yourself. Since these are also the same, you pretty much have to go for 1200 points if you want the stars, so not really much point in changing that. Alright, now we have a versus ring shot, Galaxy style. Big versus ring shot with Galaxy Dwellers. Balls are extra bouncy on Mushroom Cut, so get ready to weep. We need to score 600 points as a pair. This has the potential to be random. Not one of us have gotten any points, actually, though. We finally got points. Oh well, we kind of know from playing before that we want to do lots of slices, and so it's no longer about points. We're gonna at least try bonus time. You need to spam bonus shots in particular. This is kind of random. When you have to fight versus out against the opponent, it's extra tricky. I know we could be just going for the win normally, but it's more fun to play normally. Alright. But yeah, this one's random, because you have to time it right. So that they don't hit any points, but you can get good points. But the rings also get bigger over time, too, so you can't always do that for one. Alright, go ahead, Vuma. My Vuma, that is. I just realized that out of all the battles we've done, this is the first time we've actually played Rosalina. Aina, specifically. That's not good. They are the ones that got it, so they have a 100 point advantage. What would help is if we could return all of our balls that come our way. And use fever shots for the ones that we can't get right away. Because the more we turn, more points we'll get. Oh boy, dude. Oh, somehow we pulled off a somewhat miracle and got all 3 stars on our very next attempt. Wow. Well, that's pretty... can be a pretty frustrating one. I think both of these could be good, hard. Play a versus shot, wielding ice rackets. You'll slide on frozen ground, so be careful and hopefully counter the shots that are icy. We're just gonna do our old strat. Use the ice shot right away. Make them do the sliding. But we don't want them to hit as much in this zone. Well, they ended up doing it instead, even though we tried to aim for that part ourselves. There's so many balls, what the heck? Because of it, we're kind of just spamming our shot button and hoping for the best here. Okay, this time we didn't get it. Oh, never mind, we got it at the very end again. So these are kind of just random. the right crapshoots. You have to get lucky and have the opponent team cooperate, but also your partner, and also do good yourself. I think the real trick is just spam slices in these kind of matches. Slippery versus Range Shot. Play banana shots wielding banana rackets. Watch out for banana fields. Hitch Beaver counter will create more. So now it's the same thing, but with this has the potential to be awkward. I got we're playing against Darvel Pipez, but we are Donkey on and Donkey Kong Jr. this time. Yeah. I like how it says just have the most points, meaning you do not need to score points to win this, necessarily. Good, we got it this time. I think the RNG part of this is obviously getting lucky that they hit more shots, but also that they don't get too much. Because if they miss too much, yeah, it'll probably be hard to get the 600 points. 2 stars though on our first attempt for the final trial, not too bad. And with that, we have actually done everything. Ico selecting that means that we go backwards instead of finishing it off, but there we go. The yellow star is all we need for this mode that I'm doing, at least this version of the mode I'm doing, and yeah, we did have everything, at least 1 star, but we only got just under half of the 5 stars. Alright, since I want to make the 5-star thing extra special, there is one other thing I want to look at. It's specifically related to achievements, though. We have characters already. We have all the rackets. The courts are fine. CPU difficulty is, we can look at it later. And then the only thing we have left, actually, is playing a doubles range shot in matches. So we will have technically unlocked all characters and their colors if we do this properly. We're gonna do a doubles range shot in special matches, but I'm gonna spice it up. It has to be a range shot match. It has to be doubles. I forgot I could do a doubles match. I probably should have done that the first time when I played, but whatever. Anybody who's heard about this, you probably already know what's gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna really just use Yoshi. Because, yeah, you can pick the same character for each spot. I probably should have done this sooner. But I'm gonna pick my 2 favorites. Green Yoshi, Pink Yoshi, and Red Yoshi. And then... oh, why does it always go to random? I get they're trying to spice things up, but I want to make it extra spicy. I don't think we saw the blues yet. I know we've used purple. We've used yellow. So let's pick orange. And... let's pick dark blue as well. I'm not sure if that's all like ours, but ours that we've used yet. But I wanted to at least pick my 2 favorites there. And we're just gonna play this match. We're not gonna try and do stuff. So yeah, crazy match, Yoshi versus Yoshi. A mirror match of the century. Let's see which one will win. This is longer, of course, than the actual rings match. This one goes 2 rounds instead of 1, but anyway, we're required to do at least 1 of these anyway. Because that's how we unlock stuff. Alright, now this is really cute. I can't stop looking at all these Yoshis just casually running around. And yes, of course I'm Cool Yoshi 1907 for a reason. What kind of person would I be if I didn't do a Yoshi versus Yoshi match at least once? And actually, I have an idea how I use the other two covers. We'll just put my favorite cover against the cover that we haven't used yet. Okay, well, now I kind of understand where this lurks. Oh, this is so cute to listen to. If you're wondering, hey, I'm done all the game, you're probably wondering, why am I playing this again? It's for the Extra Shy Guy cover, that's it. I'm actually contemplating whether to show that off or the other one. Oh, wow. Well, we don't have much of a choice in avoiding this fever time. Because they figured it anyway. Yoshi is a decently strong character too, because of being Sweetie, he can make it to the court fairly quickly. Okay. Well, it looks like our Yoshi has beat the opponents. And there we go. Okay, now for the next one. I'm gonna show you how to unlock stuff. And to use that to our advantage, we're gonna just pick the basic grass court stadium. We're gonna still tick Yoshi, but actually I'm gonna be that color myself, and I'll just pit myself against, why not just pick the color we unlocked earlier? I guess that will make more sense. I think in most technical terms, if you want to get this done most optimally, you'll want to pick a weak character that can't really return well. For me, I'd probably pick Luigi, and Yoshi would be my character, and then all you have to do is make sure they don't get a strong fever rocket, but you get a strong one. Can't really tell which one works the best. Tornado could be good. Believe it or not, I actually like the Flame Racket. That one actually is one of the more broken ones, so we'll pick that. And for this, we'll do just a 7-point match. So yeah, we basically are using the one color of Yoshi you probably haven't seen yet. And then we're using... Okay. We are gonna pry this fully, of course. Don't want to waste more time than you need. I don't know what the actual character is, but I imagine if you want to make it slightly easier, perhaps catching him off guard would be easiest if you didn't want to play Yoshi for defense, which is good for the higher level opponents. For the easier level opponents, like this intermediate one, for instance, you should play Flame Racket and do other stuff. Also, there's a trick to technically unlock all of the matches, too, without getting, any effects at all. Speaking of which... Alright. I did try doing this with Fever Shots disabled. That actually made it take even longer. So, if you want to actually beat the AI safely, pick a weaker character. Like, for me, it'd probably be Mario or Luigi on the opponent's side. And either pick a strong character like Bowser or a fast character like Yoshi, Koopa, any of those characters. I'm picking Yoshi, of course, because that's my absolute favorite, though. And then all you have to do is pick a standard match on a court like Grass Court and just spam fever shots like crazy. Obviously, the later matches will take longer, but yeah, whenever we win a match under these results, which we just did, we unlock a different difficulty. And this is where I'm going to stop because it's literally just the same exact thing again, but harder and harder. And you don't have to beat the hardest difficulty opponent. You only have to beat the second hardest difficulty opponent. If you're wondering what the setup best is for me, it'd probably be Yoshi and just for... Actually, you know what? Since we're already close enough, let's do Luigi. Let's show what I mean. I'll put Luigi in. We'll still play with Fever Rockets on, and we'll still use Flame, but we'll... for Luigi instead. Luigi does not have any significant advantages, and that's why makes him simple to beat. Obviously, we do not want to pick Baby Peach, because this will be much harder. And beyond that, it's really just spam fever shots. If you have just the standard fever shot, it'll be easier. And beyond that, all that really changes is... Oh, nice. Tricked him with a drop shot. In some of the later ones, you'll have to mix up using drop shots, but also fast shots at specific points. Exert also can rally the ball a bit quicker, but the idea is you'll use the fever shots. That's why we keep the fever shots on. But what about the side trick? Well, I'm just going to ask the question. You guys are probably wondering, what if I don't want to do the specific all trials mode or the other modes and just want to lock the characters quickly? How do you do that? Well, you do a similar match like this, except you disable Fever Rockets because they obviously have on animations, and you don't want to use them because that will make the match take longer. And then what you actually want to do is do a similar thing like this, except you can just pick whatever character. So I just pick Mario, then Luigi, and similarly. And then you just do nothing. All you have to do is serve once, and you can just let yourself lose the rally over and over again. If done correctly, each match takes about less than 2 minutes to complete, and within that means about an hour-ish or so, you'll have all the stuff unlocked. Or I guess it takes like 3 hours to unlock all the stuff. Though, arguably, because it's somewhat slower, you could say if you're worried, it's probably easier to actually just go into all challenges mode, I say, and just repeat one of the easier 5-match rounds, since it only takes 5 points to score instead of 7. So, still though, if you get bored, that's by far the easiest way to have matches played, because you do not need to win, contrary to popular belief. You do not need to win these matches. You just need to play them. And upon playing them, that's all that is needed. Anyways, because I'm bored, I am not going to show unlocking the next difficulty. I did say I wasn't going to unlock all of them, because, like, it'd be weird. Because it's literally just, the reason why I'm not showing these is because, as you saw, it's literally just me doing the same thing. Setting up a Luigi, playing on Grass Court, and just spamming fever shots over and over again. It's actually quite boring, but very quick to unlock. Only pro difficulty is any difficult, and even then, all it does is just makes it take longer, and you might get tricked more, but if you use fever shots and catch your opponent off guard, you can make it work. And beyond that, yeah, safe to say, I think we've done everything we can in this game. We definitely at least unlocked all the characters, and the thing we haven't necessarily unlocked is this. So we're really just missing that. And then we're missing this medal. So for just a normal bind playthrough that wasn't necessarily focusing on 100%, we actually got pretty much almost everything. But If we did ever come back, there'd be a lot of stuff to do here. Like over half of the matches, actually. But that's fine. I think it's fine to just leave it as it is. And if you're wondering, yeah, I'm not going to show beating pro difficulty. Yeah, it literally is just the same thing I just did, but much harder. There really is no way to make it easier. Just use Fever Racket shot. Make sure your opponent is not wielding a strong Fever Racket, and that way they will never screw you up. But, of course, you could screw yourself up, too, if they actually affect it. But as long as you're fast with your reflex, maybe use flats when they try hitting it back a lot, yeah, it'll work. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it helped you out, please leave a like, comment, rate, subscribe, and I guess, yeah, that concludes the playthrough. I'll see you guys in the next video, where I'll be doing, hopefully, a completely different game from what we're used to seeing, but hey, it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until then, comment, rate, subscribe for some more videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!